Hi, I'm Brian Poole. I'm the eSports coach here at National Trail High School, and this is a kind of an overview slash introduction for those of you that might be thinking about coming out for eSports this year and what changes we're doing this year. We're a member of eSports Ohio, which is a nonprofit organization that covers all of Ohio, whose goals, and I'm going to get out of the way here for a second so you can read it. The goal is to add eSports and add those opportunities for everyone because it is one of the most largest growing things out there for students to be able to do. We want to increase extracurricular opportunities, involvement, and the ability for students to do things that maybe they well as providing future career opportunities for students. There's a lot of positive things that come from video games and learning, and I know a lot of people think it's all negative, but it is not. And this is just a short list of what they have. So we hope that we can get more involvement, higher GPAs from students, and more teamwork by having eSports available here at National Trail. If you don't know, eSports stands for electronic sports, which are competitive games where different students will compete together on a team against teams from all around the state in a competitive play. So as far as where it's at, you can see it's all over. National Trail is kind of by itself right here, but we play teams from across the state. It shows there were 142 high schools competing previously. 249 were developing programs. So there's a lot more coming out. This is the spring of 2021's now with 2,700 plus students and 467 registered teams, meaning that the high schools over here, maybe 142 high schools, they may have multiple teams. And you can see where those teams are throughout the state. So eSports in high school hopes to reach the entire population, letting those students who don't necessarily want to play regular sports have an outlet and an ability to increase their interpersonal skills, their leadership skills, and to be part of a team here at the school. It helps develop all kinds of student skills that honestly in eSports, a lot of students are working on more than other. A lot of them are electronic, and I want to point out some of these: shoutcasting, broadcasting, public speaking. Those things are things that you don't need to be a player to do. So if you're somebody who's, hey, I want to get into public speaking, I want to do broadcasting when I graduate from high school, you could join the eSports team without ever playing a game. We have streams that we do with commentators that we need students to be able to do those too. So it's not just a gaming club. There's a lot of other electronic options and things that we do as well. So here's some things that are traditional or non-traditional things that come around from eSports as far as who can play and how they can play. There's almost no cost for most of the games and little or no transportation unless we go to the spring finals, in which case we would have to go up to the eSports conference headquarters up there. There are colleges all over the place that have opportunities. These are just some of them that have college teams. There are a lot more than this short list that have eSports programs available. As far as our games, there's 8 different games that we play. You can be varsity, JV, or club. And those are really part of the commitment that you have. If you just want to come and play a little bit and you don't want to practice, you're asking to be on a club. If you want to be competitive and try to beat other teams and practice, because it is a sport and we do have practices and we expect you to be there in order for our team to grow and improve. So these are the 8 games that are optioned by our options in eSports Ohio, and we are this year for the first time offering every single venue, which means that if you're a Super Smash player and you're like, we never played that before, we're going to have Super Smash this year. It just depends for all these teams if we have enough students on an individual team to field a team. If we forfeit matches with eSports Ohio, the entire team gets cut out. So we like to have obviously the minimum number for a team, in which case for Rocket League it's 3, for Smite it's 5, for Overwatch it's 6, Super Smash it's 5, Fortnite it's really 3, but you're not competitive without 6, Valorant it's 5, and League of Legends is 5. That's the minimum to have a team. We'd really like at least one more for sick, for movement. If someone leaves the district, and all of a sudden we don't have any, we can't add members later. So we'd like to have a little bit more than the minimums to play. As far as when, this is the schedule of when things kind of happen with eSports Ohio and how ours work. We have Monday, Wednesday teams and Tuesday, Thursday teams. You can't be on a Monday and a Wednesday team because Monday teams practice Wednesday, Wednesday teams practice Monday. Same thing with Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah, you're on a Tuesday, Thursday, and that's minimum practice. If there's room in our arena for a team to get together and practice on an off day, I'll still be there and we'll still have practice, but those teams have priority on the machines. So Tuesday, Thursday is Overwatch, Valorant, and Smite. You can only be on one of those three teams. It's the opposite day you're going to be practicing. Monday, Wednesday again, or League, Fortnite, Super Smash. On one of those four teams in order to have schedule right up here. Well, basically, it says when we're registering, our team has to be in Friday, September 10th. We'll be practicing every Monday through Thursday up until then. And then that final week is when we register and put in our teams and say who's varsity, who's JV, and who's going to be club. And then every week we have a competition. And those days up top here are the days that the competition actually happens. So Monday, League of Legends Fortnite has competition. Tuesday, Overwatch has competition. Wednesday, Rocket League, Super Smash has competition. And Thursday, Valorant and Smite has competition. So that's how those work. Every one of those days of the week, somebody is competing, and the other opposing day teams will be able to practice those days as well. And you can see the season ends on November 1st with one more week on November 8th for makeup. And it says, or wild cards, which meaning if there's a tie to make it to the competition, wild card events determine just like in football. And then you can see the regional. This year is the first year for regionals. There's going to be regional finals on November 20th and then state finals on November 21st. So it's going to be a Saturday, Sunday. I'm sorry. That November 20th and 21st are the regional finals. And then state finals will be online for that. They're going to have regional meets this time. So if you haven't played before, these are the games. Rocket League is a third-person sports game. You're playing soccer with a car. If you haven't done it before, it is free. It's 3v3. It is played on the PC. It says or console cross-platform. We don't have any consoles. And that one's won at the best of 5. Overwatch is 6v6. The cost is around $15 to register for your own copy because you have to have your own copy of the game. We've got them as low as $13. And those are played on PC here at Trail on our good gaming machines. And we've had as many as 3 teams in that with varsity, JV, and club all at the same time. Super Smash Brothers is going to be our first season to try that. It's played on a Switch. It's free for students. I'll be bringing in our Switch from my house to play Super Smash on. It says 5 players. This is a weird one because it's not really a team. I mean, it is a team score, but it's 1v1. It's 5 1v1 matches, and we're supposed to play our first through our 5th player in that order, and the best 3 out of 5 win, but you play all 5 matches no matter what, because those scores go in to determine who makes it to the state finals. We'll be playing that on the big projector in the arena that you may have seen walking through the library now. Fortnite is 3 pairs of 2. It's played 6, and basically the way Fortnite works, it's not who lives the longest. Like if you play Fortnite in general, it's basically who gets the most number of eliminations during 2 games, and all 3 of those pairs, it's best 2 out of 3 for those. So if you've got somebody you play Fortnite with all the time, you will be paired with the guy that you play Fortnite with and you're used to playing with, because that's how we've succeeded. We made it to state in the fall of 2020 for the state tournament, but for some reason a majority of our players didn't show up for the state tournament, and we didn't make it out of round one because we were playing. In this case, it's 6 players, but there's 3 squads. You can have 1 or 2 on your squad. Every match we had 2 on our squad until state finals, and then we had 3 squads of 1, and you can imagine you can't win that way. Hearthstone is a card game. I have no idea how to play it. I have no idea what it is. But if there's Hearthstone players here at Trail, and we have a team, we'll definitely try it and play Hearthstone. Valorant is a 5v5 first-person shooter game. It looks very much like Counter-Strike with blood, and it plays very much the same as Counter-Strike. So it's 1v1. It says best of 1. Basically, you play to the first team that wins 11 matches in Valorant wins. So it's not like you play one. It's just one really long set of matches until one team's won 11 times in Valorant. Smite is the team that we won state with last year in spring of 2021. And it is a 5v5 game played very much like League of Legends, but not exactly the same. In fact, many League players hate Smite and vice versa because it's similar but not the same. And hopefully, since we had one player that was last year on our winning team, maybe he will be willing to step up and coach some players to play that. Oh, didn't mean to start that video. There we go. League of Legends is another multi-online battle game. It is also 5v5. It is also free. These games, League of Legends and Smite, are very much strategy games. You need to know how to play the game. It's not just run in there and fight, because that's what the teams do to us. We didn't do so well. And then that, again, is the schedule for us. So if you're interested in coming out to eSports, we're going to have an organizational meeting during convention, and that's already on the schedule. Plus, we're just going to start on Monday the 23rd and get going. We'll have a meeting there and start setting up schedule times and team practice times. I'll also be sending out a Google form for who is interested, so I can start looking at how many teams we're going to look at putting together and what kind of teams we're going to have during the season. That's it. Thanks for joining me for this overview of eSports.